Alrighty, what is up, guys? We're actually live. I'm sitting on my bed right now, and I want to run you guys through kind of the email list growth machine, how to add potentially thousands of subscribers every single month in Klaviyo, and essentially the most optimized way to do your pop-ups in Klaviyo. So first things first, who am I? My name is Ryan Hammond. I'm the owner of Great Day Copy. Recently did $225,000 in 6 months for a single seven-figure client with optimized flows. I do optimized email design and full Klaviyo management for e-commerce brands to help them squeeze the juice and make the most out of their list. So why does your list growth matter? Your list is your number one revenue driver in Klaviyo. If your list isn't growing, your flows, your campaigns are going to stall. Everything's going to essentially stop. And you're not going to have a growing revenue month on month. You may be able to make some revenue from a stagnant, not growing list, but it's not going to be a long-term viable option. 7 and 8 figure brands do not leave it a chance. They engineer high converting pop-ups that feed their Klaviyo daily. And I'm about to kind of show you exactly what that looks like here in a second. The truth is, your number one growth lever is your pop-up. Your pop-up is the front door to your Klaviyo account, essentially. And top brands right now are literally seeing like 10 to 20, it says 10 to 15%, but there's brands I'm sure out there who are even hitting probably 20% submission rates with the right setup, which is absolutely insane. Obviously, I'm not promising that you're going to see that right away, but when done correctly, a pop-up can add potentially thousands of subscribers and thousands of subscribers every month. I need to keep on putting potentially in here just in case, but the truth is you can add thousands of subscribers every month potentially. Obviously, depending on the size of your brand. It's not the same for every single brand, but yeah. Anyways, so my next step or my next point is exactly why Alia pop-ups win. Alia is essentially just a pop-up software that a lot of people are using in Klaviyo, other email marketing softwares. It's a great pop-up software, and this is exactly where people are seeing those 10 to 15 to 20% submit rates, when the industry average is probably somewhere around 3 to 5%. They're designed not just for a email capture, but they also look actually extremely engaging. Instead of shoving a discount right in your face, they actually use like interactive prompts. So I'm going to kind of show you what that looks like. They're usually full screen pop-ups that take up the full screen. Typically, when you build a pop-up in Klaviyo, you can do a full pop-up. But a lot of times people are doing just kind of the pop-ups that don't cover the whole screen. But this fully interactive, like almost quiz-like prompt is seeing insane submission rates. So as you see for this brand, Asari, I don't know what the brand is, but you've almost got this full page quiz that just popped out, and what's your skin type? Is it sensitive, dry, oily? And then after they click this, they're prompted to enter their email address for the discount, which is 10% off. Same here. And even this one doesn't even have a quiz. This is just straight up, sign up for the discount. You could probably optimize this a little bit more, but yeah, essentially these interactive quizzes that aren't just shoving a discount in your face, but also are interactive with the customer and kind of uses that commitment bias of like, once they start something, they're probably going to want to finish it. That's exactly how they're seeing these insane submit rates. So kind of like I just mentioned, the micro commit effect is kind of what we just looked at, essentially where when humans say yes to a small step or start something, they're way more likely to finish it. That's exactly the reason for kind of this quiz, is that when somebody, selects their skin is dry or sensitive, they've already started something. So entering their email in the next step is almost like psychologically way easier to do, and that's the reason why it makes it so easy. So pop-ups ask simple, low-friction questions like, what's your favorite coffee style? Where should we send, your personalized recommendation after the initial quiz. So it could say, what's your favorite coffee style? And then you'd have 4 options like above. You click it, and then they'd enter their email. That small yes makes it easier to finish the pop-up. So best practices for Alia pop-ups, or for pop-ups in general, honestly, keep the offer clear. If it's 10% off, if it's 20% off, just make sure it's a clear offer and it's right in their face. And set up just one form with multiple questions like pop-ups have done in the past. You want to have a multi-step form. So you want to have a form. Your form may have multiple pages. Like after this, they've got to enter their email and then click done. But that's actually going to see higher conversion rates because once they've started something, they're probably more likely to finish it. Instead of putting all of those steps on one page, because when you do that, people just get overwhelmed, they click out of it, and you see lower submit rates. So Make the first step a micro commit question, like what's your favorite coffee style? Give them 4 options to choose from. And then when they kind of give you that, then they can give you their email after that to claim that discount. And obviously, always sync directly into Klaviyo and then trigger your welcome flow instantly, sending them that instant email with the discount. So here is an example, a great example pop-up funnel. Which of these best fits you? You got 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 fun options of what it could be. If it's skincare, say like the one above, sensitive skin, dry skin, oily skin, whatever. And then once they do that, enter the email, and then they give you that 15% off discount in your inbox, and you get to see it right away. Result, higher submission rate, stronger intent traffic flowing into Klaviyo. That is pretty much the entire rundown of what you need to know about a high converting pop-up. And you can build this in Alia. Obviously, I would probably recommend that's probably the best place to build it. You can build a similar one in Klaviyo, but Alia ones have been seeing insane opt-in rates. So that is a great option. This is not a sponsored video or anything. I've just seen a lot of good things. So, and if you want a free audit going over your entire Klaviyo account, looking at any leaky revenue holes or anywhere your Klaviyo account could be optimized, I'll leave this link in the description and this doc so that you can access it and book a free audit with me. I'd love to help you out. Thank you.